Now, just get into some like a little background business on Millar World. I hope I'm saying that right, Miller World or Millar World. But
Yeah.
Netflix bought this company back in 2017, so they own the franchise.
Yeah. They own pretty much all the rights to a lot of his work right now. So they
But
own the
they don't
franchise.
own Millar World owns the Kingsman and also I think Kick Ass or something like that. But
Yeah, it's those
Netflix does
two.
not own those.
Yeah.
So those are the two
We-
that they do not own.
Yeah.
So again, this franchise is something that Netflix owns. They bought this company back in
hmm
2017. So they put this whole, you know, Jupiter's Legacy together. It was a series. How many episodes were there? 8 episodes, right?
I think it was 8, yeah.
Eight
They
episodes.
put
How
out
much? How much did this whole production cost?
so they spent it's the estimation. We don't know exactly what the real numbers are, but they
Hmm.
said roughly around 200 million.
Wow,
They
and that's
think they
all in
think they
paying the
spent.
actors, everyone. Production,
Yeah,
the whole
that's the
nine.
development of the show is about 200 million.
Do you think that? And again, we're going to get into like the show, but do you think that 200 million, based on what we saw, 8 episodes, was enough money, or they needed more, or was it too much?
Okay, I think it was enough money. I think it well, see, I don't know. Like visuals, it didn't match some of the other shows that are on TV right now.
Hmm.
A good example of Amazon. Amazon has a show called The Tick,
Hmm.
and they have a show called The Boys.
Yeah.
And The Tick has superhero feats. The main character is like super strong, and people fly, and they do all this stuff like that. It looks a little bit better. I don't know if it's the special effects team. And I want to denigrate anybody for their hard work because I know this is a lot of work to put this together. But
Right.
I say the visual aspect of the show wasn't as strong as some of the other outings on TV right now. That's my opinion. What do you think about the visuals for this show? Do you think it was money well spent or it was just not
Okay.
good?
Well. Okay. Let me before we get into the visuals, let me also say this. Um, Jupiter's Legacy also kind of reminded me of Invincible, right?
Yeah, it kind of got some of that element in
A
there.
little
It
bit
was
of
it
that.
was Amazon. It's not Netflix. It's Amazon.
Amazon. I mean, the Amazon show, like
Yeah, yeah.
Invincible. Yeah. So it's sort of, you have the father son superhero sort of thing. The father's trying to
hmm
bring up everyone. The only difference is, I think, maybe, is in Invincible, they were like able to just kill people. Whereas, like,
Invincible's raw as hell.
I know,
That is the
right?
rawest cartoon I've ever seen in my
Right.
life.
But whereas in
Holy crap!
Jupiter's Legacy, they weren't able to kill or get involved in politics. Okay, so the 200 million. What did I think about the visuals, the whole nine? Um, the For it to be a superhero sort of show, I wasn't really. I've seen way better superhero. I mean, just the way people flew. Like
Yeah,
for
I mean,
instance,
like
when they landed it, you could just tell they were like on. Something was holding them up. It was so corny, right? Um,
I don't know. I
so
don't know
I
what it
wasn't. I
did.
didn't really see the superhero things, that you would generally want to see in a
hmm
superhero sort of show. Um, and we're saying all this stuff, and we still haven't explained, got into it. But we're saying all this stuff. 200 million. The show wasn't like really superhero esque. I will say this though. I like the story.
Yes, I like the story a lot,
Yeah,
and I wanted to see more from the universe.
yeah.
But
Um,
I think the problem for the show, if the show had nothing to go on except like CW superhero shows,
mhm,
or because CW gets a bad rep, but and this is the problem for this show, it comes out in an age where superhero movies is no big deal. It's a
right.
common occurrence.
Mhm,
Everybody has the flying down packed. Everybody has the capes down packed. Everybody has
mhm,
the costumes down packed.
right.
Like where we came from, like where the say like the Avengers from 1970 something,
Mhm.
where they just painted green on somebody and made the Hulk. Where we were from that to where we are today is night and day. It is clear as you couldn't get more clear. And it's to the point where CW has Supergirl and it has Superman and Lois. And Superman and Lois looks phenomenal. And I know they're not spending $200 million on the CW.
On CW, exactly.
On the CW. Superman looks phenomenal. It looks really good. And it's because the technology has gotten to the point now where it can catch up to what people want to dream of. The Mandalorian, they had a giant screen that they were able to put you in any environment.
It was pretty dope,
and
wasn't it?
Put you, they could do anything, and it was flawless. The integration is flawless. Unless you saw the behind the scenes, you wouldn't know this was a green screen. Or not even
you wouldn't know
screen.
it was just like
it was
done
an
in the
LCD
studio.
panel.
Exactly. Yeah.
You wouldn't know it was a panel. You would have thought they filmed outdoors somewhere. That's how good this stuff is. And so, like, when you hear this stuff and you look at it, you're like, well, it's kind of, it feels like out of place, out of time. Like if it came out maybe 10 years ago or 5 years ago, people would be like, that's fine.
Right.
Looks good. But because it came out today and then the Boys just came, their show was last year. Boys looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
Boys looks like a movie. The color grading, everything, it looks like a movie.
Yeah.
And you have too many examples of how to do it right now. And so it felt off. I couldn't put my finger on it.
I was about to say that. I was about to say, okay, so you're talking about the CW, the shows that look phenomenal on the CW, knowing that they don't have a $200 million budget, right?
They have no budget.
So, and then you see all of the other superhero shows out here, right? All the superhero movies, everything, even the superhero animated series, right? For the cheat code, the template is already out here. And for
everything you need to know.
Right, Jupiter's Legacy, the way they came out with this superhero sort of movie or series, it fell a little flat on its face. Again, I like the story. I mean, I think if you had a different director, let's say that Zack Snyder, they said, yo, you do this. It probably
it would look different.
Chain, right?
There's no question. Visually, it looked different. There's no question.
Yeah, so it was kind of corny. I don't know if they needed to. I don't know if that was something they wanted to do just for it to be sort of a period piece or something like that. And there were some other confusing things in the show.